I'm no different, I suppose, to any other working parent when you're in a job that's extremely busy. You very often struggle just to even do the basic things. So it's not like, you know, outside of politics, I have a very ordinary, regular life. Like, I have 2 children, I run my home, I have my friends, and I try and get a weekly shopping in. How much are the prawns?
How did Mary Lou, someone from Rathgar, middle-class background, end up in Sinn Fein?
Because she did. And I know it's because people say that to me from time to time as to how that happened. The only thing I can say is I didn't necessarily plan it that way. But I suppose when I got politically involved, when I became active, I was looking for something real. I was looking for somewhere where you could actually make a difference. And Sinn Fein provided that space. And I think sometimes for people on the outside looking into Sinn Fein, they have a different view of the party than those of us who are inside it. So there's kind of a stereotypical thing, isn't there, around what a Shinner is like. And that doesn't tally with the reality.
But a Shinner typically isn't like Mary Lou McDonald from Rathgar. You
No,
went to Notre Dame School.
That's right. Yeah, no, that
you went
would
to
be,
Trinity College.
That's right. And that would probably be true, but it would equally be true to say that I am not uniquely a middle-class person within Sinn Féin. I'm just not. I am not uniquely university educated, that's for sure. That's absolutely not true. So we're a much bigger social mix than people might imagine. My mother in particular had a particular background in that an uncle of hers was shot in the Curragh camp in December 1922. He was one of 7 men executed on that day, one of 77 in total executed by the state. And my grandmother, Molly, although she never spoke a whole lot about that, that would have been a very, very defining piece for her in her very young life. She was only extremely young, I think 4, when he was shot, and she never forgot it. I'm not sure that she ever forgave it either. I suspect she didn't.
The death of her granduncle James O'Connor clearly traumatised Mary Lou McDonald's family, but her republicanism is also inspired by an event that happened during her childhood.
The hunger strikes, was that a big...
I remember that clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
How old were you then?
I would have been 12.
12. And does that make an impact on you?
Yes.
And does that change you in any way?
I think so.
Why?
I think anybody of my generation who saw those images from the H blocks beamed into their homes, I think it changed all of us. I think it changed us whether we realised it or not. But for me, it was the precise moment that I, as a Dublin girl, realised how seriously wrong something was. I completely understood and understand why people volunteered for the IRA.
Would you support their campaign?
See,
the campaign of violence?
I support and recognise the right to meet force with force. It's not something I celebrate or necessarily that I support. I'm not sure, I'm not being picky with the language here, but do I understand why volunteers came forward? Was it necessary to take up arms against the British state in the north? I believe it was. I take no pleasure in saying that. I wish it had been different.
IRA violence may be over, but in Sinn Féin, the appetite for United Ireland is undimmed.
A United Ireland is a big deal for Sinn Féin. But yet...
I'm looking for Cheerios.
Cheerios and a United Ireland, let's see.
Cheerios and a United Ireland. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the people who buy Cheerios don't really want a United Ireland.
We don't know this. We would need to survey them, Ursula.
Are you picking it up on the ground? People running to you saying, we need a United Ireland. And then
no.
We get our Cheerios.
But let me tell you, neither were people flocking in their droves to say the way we're regulating our banks is bonkers.
A United Ireland is a dream chased by generations of Irish Republicans. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, both offshoots of the original Sinn Féin, came to renounce violence. The rest argued bitterly about the best way forward